Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So determine if this alternating series will converge or if it will diverge. So press pause and have a go. So this is an alternating series. So let's use the alternating series test. So when it comes to the alternating series test, you discard this alternating sign. So you discard this alternating sign and extract your UN and extract your UN. So your UN will be this, n to the power of n over n factorial. So the first test, well, the first part of the test is to make sure all the UNs are positive. So n is moving from 1 to infinity. This will always be positive. N is moving from 1 to infinity. This will always be positive. Therefore, the whole thing will always be positive, meaning that all the UNs will be positive. So condition 1 has been met. So the next one would normally be number 3. So with number 3, make sure that the limit of UN tends towards 0. So make sure the limit of this equals 0. So, well, by now you should have a hunch that this will be much bigger than n factorial. N to the power of n, we've done many videos on this. N to the power of n will be bigger than n factorial as n heads towards infinity. Well, that should be at the back of your mind. But let's just pretend you didn't know that. So we need to, well, to test number 3. To test number 3, we need to make sure that the limit heads towards 0. The limit is 0. So we want to find the limit of this. So what is the limit of this? Well, let's just imagine this as well, n to the power of n means n times n times n times n times n. N factorial means n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3 and so on times 2, and the last one will be times 1. So now if you look at this block here, n divided by n is the number 1. So this is the block here, 1 times this block times this block times this block. Now if you look at this block here will be, if you look at the numerator will be bigger than the denominator. So it's like me giving you this. The numerator will be bigger than the denominator. So this block is bigger than 1. This block here is bigger than 1. This block here is bigger than 1. And you're going to get, so you start out with 1 times a number that's bigger than 1 times a number that's bigger. So your overall thing will just get bigger and bigger and bigger because each time you're multiplying by a number that's bigger than 1. So it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So as n heads towards infinity, this is going to head towards infinity. Well, as n heads towards infinity, the limit here is anything other than 0. Now, for any series to converge, the limit must be 0. Here we've got a limit that's anything other than 0. So we can immediately conclude that this is going to diverge. So the minute you detect that the limit of whatever tends to anything other than 0, then you can immediately conclude that the series will diverge. So this series will diverge.